Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and I'm finally going to get round to trying to put together my Bob version of Michael Myers from the original Halloween movie, and he had the sheet over him. So I know that Sideshow Collectibles gave us that option. I didn't buy that figure. I have reviewed it on the channel, and that was thanks to Mr. Mike Watkins, and it's also thanks to Mike that I have the glasses, the Sideshow glasses. I can't remember the exact circumstances of how that came to be, but thank you very much, Mike, for lending me your Sideshow Myers to do that review a little while back, and thanks for making it possible for me to have these glasses here. This here is a custom Michael Myers figure, the Perfect 78. Consists of the Mad Bug V2 head sculpt painted and haired by Silent Surfer. It's got a Shadow Fargo movie accurate knife made of metal and wood, and he's got the final run coveralls by Yunsil. So I'm not going to permanently display him as the Bob Myers, but I just wanted to do it and put it on the channel, see if this works. I went looking for some white material, and it seems pretty good. It's got a nice bit of weight to it, so it should drape nicely. That was my main concern, to have the material kind of fall naturally around him, so that remains to be seen. I haven't tried it out yet. Had this material for about 4 years now, maybe 3-4 years, something like that. That's an old Beta Metalli pumpkin. Speaking of Beta Metalli, for stuff coming up on the channel, I randomly went on eBay last night, and I was just curious what was on there, so I typed in 1/6 scale and then looked at everything that was in the UK, and then I thought, oh, let's see if there's any, not that there was gonna be, come on, there never is, but I guess maybe very rarely you see like a Part 2 Freddy selling on eBay, the Beta Metalli figure. That's always been something I've wanted to get, but it wasn't a full figure. But someone was actually selling the Beta Metalli Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 Freddy's Revenge sweater in 1/6 scale, and I grabbed that because you just don't really see that, because I've already got a Freddy up there that I've been slowly trying to make into a Part 2 Freddy, but now got that sweater coming and another head sculpt as well. So I'm going to be showing you that on the channel soon, trying to put together a really good Part 2 Freddy. I've also got the Sideshow Collectibles Unforgiven Clint Eastwood figure coming tomorrow, so I couldn't find any reviews on YouTube. Might be the first, we'll see. But there's a good chunk of stuff coming up on the channel real soon, folks. But yeah, let me see. I'm going to cut this material with my scissors here. I guess I'm just going to drape it over the figure first and get a sense of how much material I need, and then yeah, hopefully the ends won't look as frayed as they do at the moment. Maybe I can, once I cut the shape that I need, no pun intended, then I can maybe just put a bit of super glue around the edges just to stop it from doing that, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and make Bob Myers. Drop a like on the video, folks. I hope you're having a great October so far. Let's get to it. I just thought one of the hardest things I think will be doing the 2 eye holes in the sheet. I was even dabbling with the idea of just using black pen, like a permanent marker, kind of with the big thick nib on the end, just doing 2 black dots, because regular viewing distance you ain't going to be able to tell. We'll see, you know, I'll do that as a last resort if I find it a massive pain in the butt trying to do 2 little holes in the sheet. I don't think I'm actually going to use the Mad Bug sculpt when I actually display it as Bob. I have an unpainted custom sculpt here that I've never got around to painting. I quite feel like doing that this month. So I think the glasses just fit more snug on this custom head without the hair being there. They were a bit tight, like the arms of the glasses were stretching out a little bit on this sculpt. I don't want to risk messing them up. There's the knife by Shadow Fargo. So yeah, I'm going to use this sculpt for the Bob look. Glasses fit perfectly on there. It's got the nice round head as well, so the sheet will look nice. I just need to double check the scene in the film, find out exactly how long the sheet is. Should we be seeing his boots at all? I'm not sure. I'll go check. Alright, well, that's a still from the scene on YouTube, the CBS broadcast version. And it's got a very specific shape, there's the word again, but it does. It's I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut this accurately to fall like that. You know, and yeah, you should be able to see some of the end of his coveralls as well from the looks of things, because you can kind of tell where it would end there. So you'd be getting a bit of his ankle and the boots. But that kind of shape it has, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to cut it like that. I might screw it up, but I'll try. but at least I know what I'm aiming for now. How would I do that when it comes to cutting this? I have to think about it. Okay, so I'm just testing, putting the material over the figure and just using my hands, just putting it tight to the body and just getting a sense of where the cut needs to start, because it has a kind of, like on the sides, it kind of ends about here and then it comes forward a bit and then goes up again. At least that's the way it seems to be falling on him in the movie. So I'll try my best, folks. I'll try. Material is good quality. I'm hoping it will look decent. Maybe a slightly too thick. I mean, it's not thick, but let me just try and show you here. I mean, you can kind of see through it a little bit as well. See, people who know what they're talking about will just tell you straight away what this is material wise. I don't know, cotton, nylon, all that stuff. I'm just not up to scratch on me materials, folks, unfortunately, but it's kind of like your sort of tablecloth to me. Sort of feels like that kind of vibe. I don't know. Anyway, back to work. Let's get this done. Yeah, I just went in proper raggo and just went at it with the scissors and left enough for error, you know, but that's the general shape of it now. So now I'm going to lay it out on the floor flat and cut around the edges properly to get rid of all the nasty edges and make it a bit shorter as well. He's in there somewhere. Alright, so it's basically just a big circle, so I just need to, don't know what happened over there. I'm going to fix that now, make it a bit more neat and tidy. We should be alright here, folks. This should work out. Good vibes, good feelings. What an absolute mess. Don't even get me started, folks. It's just chaos. Absolute chaos. You don't often see the floor, do you? Because even the shelves is madness at the moment. Nothing makes sense. Forget about it. Right, there you go. Bit of a pain in the bum doing that. Hopefully I don't need to do it again. This will be sufficient length. Let's find out. Yeah, it's too much. Still too much. I've got to do it again. Take off about an inch, really, because you want to be able to see bottom of his legs, the boots. Alright, so I'll just basically take off an inch all the way around. This might work to make life a bit easier. I've just folded it, and if I just cut along, you know, just where's my finger, just like just that bit, it should all be straight when I unfold it, right? That's the theory. There's pretty basic stuff in it, I know. What are you going to do? First time doing it. We're getting closer, but we're not quite there yet. You can just about make out his boots and the name on the base, but no, still need to do a bit more here. Damn, folks, something I just realised with the Sideshow figure, because the glass is here by Sideshow, there's this little bit that juts out. You can't see it from the front, but where the top of the bridge of the nose would be, there's this little bit of plastic that juts out that goes into the sculpt that they give you with the Sideshow figure to achieve the bob look. And I'm trying to get, I got the material pretty much the right length, but then I was thinking I need to do the eye holes, but I just tested it with the glasses and they just won't sit where they're supposed to unless they plug into the actual sculpt through the material, like they do on the Sideshow figure. At least I think that's how it worked, if I remember correctly. So this may not work, because I need to figure out a way to get the glasses to stay on his face, because the material's kind of just pushing them off again, because it's quite thick. It's not thick again, but I guess it's thicker than what Sideshow gave you, but they still gave you a kind of plug-in system with their one to make sure the glasses stay in place. Tricky. I don't know if you can see, folks, but yeah, there's a little, see that bit there jutting out? That plugs into the kind of blank sculpt they give you at Sideshow so that these stay in place. But I just can't get them. Obviously I'm not going to be able to do it with one hand, but when I try to get them to sit there, you know, they just straight away just fall straight off. I didn't think of that. I thought it, you know, the friction of them being on the right shaped head would work, but the material completely cancels that out. Damn. Unless, and I'm just plonking the camera down on the desk here while I think about this, unless I have a Myers or any kind of head that I don't, you know, intend to use, and I could permanently glue the material to the side of his temples subtly to keep the material in place, stopped it from kind of lifting off the surface of the head and pushing the glasses away. Get a sculpt, glue the material to the side temple area, possibly even glue the glasses on, need be, we'll see. But either way, I'm fucking doing it because I ain't giving up. Right, so I've gone with the just kind of painting the black dots rather than cutting them because it's too hard, too much effort. And this isn't permanent, so it's just for a few pictures and a bit of fun in October. So I'm gonna, I used the Q-tip here to do the little black dots. I already did them with permanent pen, but it didn't look black enough, so I've used paint, and I've glued the sheet, the temples all around here, really just a big circle of glue in the top as well, just to make sure it doesn't puff out and the glasses stay on. But I may just put a touch of glue on the ends here, on the inner bit, just to keep them in place. Possibly a dash on that little bit that protrudes out of here. See, I'll be able to, because it's all just attached to the head sculpt and that's just loose, so I can, it's basically like a weird elaborate head sculpt that you can just interchange. It's just sitting on the neck, but everything will be, locked in place, so I can just take it off and put it somewhere safe and put it back on again when I want to display him as Bob. And then if I really like it, I can always, make those proper holes in the material, but right now paint will have to do. So it's not perfect. The fall of the material should be different than that. The front's not too bad. The sides are all wrong because they should be the shortest part, apparently, the sides. But all in all, not a complete waste of time. He's a pretty decent looking Bob. I've got to go whole hog eventually and cut those eye holes out properly instead of painting them, but I think he looks very Bobbish. That'll do me for now. Leave him on display like that for a day or two, and then just switching back to regular old Myers. And like I said, because of the way it's all kind of stuck together on the head sculpt underneath, I can just lift that head off the neck and keep this all together. If I ever want to, maybe set up just a random other figure and have him as Bob and have the real Myers beside him or something, but I ain't got space for that. Bob, there he is. Could be better, could be worse. There's worse things happening at sea, put it that way. There's all sorts going on in the world. This is the least of our worries. There he is, Bob. Bobbish. Drop a like on it, or dislike, depending on how awful you think this turned out. And let me know how you're doing in the comments. Always good to hear from you guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. I'll be back very soon with more videos. I took off a little bit more length off the sheet. It's looking alright, isn't it? I mean, it's not too bad. It's not awful, is it? Hey? Chime in. Pop up. Have a word. Let me know what's going on in your noggin. What are you thinking? You're thinking, Dean, ooh, I don't know if I've ever seen you upload a dud video, but you've pulled it off tonight with your attempt at a Bob Myers. Pack your bags and sell your figures and call it a day, mate. I think you've ran your last race. No, be silly. I'm only messing. He's fine. It's fine. Right. Well, yeah.